Defiance is the headlining roller coaster at Glenwood Caverns, and this is one of the most unique and special settings of any roller coaster. The ride is built on the edge of a mountain. This offers stunning views, and it also allows the ride to have extreme elevation changes. But is this Gerstlauer Eurofighter actually a good ride? Find out in this review. Glenwood Caverns opened in 1999. This place started with just cave tours, but they have since expanded into a theme park. But this is no ordinary theme park. For those unaware, this place is located atop a mountain at an altitude of 7,132 feet, or 2,174 meters. That puts it roughly 1,300 feet, or 400 meters above a canyon. You need to take a cable car just to access this park. While this certainly makes construction challenging, most rides offer breathtaking views. Defiance is one of those rides. This coaster opened in 2022. This was the 10th and most recent Gerstlauer Eurofighter to open in the United States, and it is impossible to miss upon arrival. It is one of the first rides you see from the gondola. The beyond vertical drop and twisted elements look imposing. Then the bright green track and orange supports is a wonderfully earthy paint scheme. This ride also has a major presence from within the park. The ride has its own dedicated plaza, and there are multiple observation platforms looking out towards the ride. It is a real showstopper anytime it cycles purely because of its unconventional and exciting location. Gerstlauer Eurofighters do not have the best capacity. They operate with single-car trains. The ones in Defiance hold just 8 riders, as they are comprised of 2 rows of 4. The park has at least 2 trains, but only one train was in use during my visit. That ended up being fine. Despite how I visited on a summer weekend, this coaster was always a walk-on. I do not believe long lines have ever been an issue for this attraction given the minimal queuing space. I also have not heard about this park getting excessively busy. I think it's a combination of this park's location and the high price point. The crew working Defiance also load the attraction quickly. At the end of the queue, you are free to select the front or back row. I think the forces are the same in any seat, but the front is far more popular for that unobstructed view, and I get why. Visuals are a huge part of this coaster's appeal. If that row is already taken, you are more than welcome to wait an extra cycle. The restraints in Defiance differ from all other Eurofighters. Past Eurofighters include either lap bars or traditional over-the-shoulder restraints. The older installations and the launched models have had those over-the-shoulder restraints. These fit snugly to your body, but they can lead to headbanging, unless you lean your head forwards. I much prefer the versions with lap bars. These are way more freeing because your upper body is free to move. This accentuates the airtime and the hang time. These also eliminate headbanging, which is the most common issue with Eurofighters. Defiance has a weird prototype over-the-shoulder restraint. There's a lap bar positioned snugly over your thighs. Then you also have bars that extend over your shoulder. These are positioned further forwards than traditional over-the-shoulder restraints, so there is not anything touching your chest. This allows your upper body to be more free. However, it makes it nearly impossible to avoid headbanging. You cannot lean forwards to avoid bashing your head, as I do with the other Eurofighters, because again those bars go out too far. The restraints are slightly wider than usual at least, which does help, but you're still gonna hit your head. That's the main drawback with this coaster. I've heard some speculate the over-the-shoulder restraints were required after the Haunted Mine Drop accident, but Defiance was announced 1 month prior, and it was always planned to have over-the-shoulder restraints. So this was always the plan, whether it be for guest comfort or insurance purposes. Once dispatched, you turn right out of the station. You then pause momentarily at the base of the vertical lift. The chain dog then engages, and you are pulled atop the 75-foot or 23-meter tall tower. While you'll often be staring at the sun, you can get some incredible views if you look sideways. Remember, you are essentially 130 stories above a canyon. The sights are particularly impressive as you level off at the top, and the train slows way down to give you an extra second or two to take it in. This is undoubtedly one of the best views of any coaster between the natural beauty and the sheer height. It is almost enough to distract you from the impending drop. almost, because that drop is fantastic. It is a 110-foot or 34-meter tall drop down the hill. Not only that, it is beyond vertical as well. It reaches a max angle of 102 degrees, which makes it the steepest drop in Colorado. While there are 8 drops out there that are steeper worldwide, all those rides have trim brakes, so Defiance has the record for the steepest unbraked roller coaster drop in the world. This took the record by 1 degree from Monster, which is a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster at Adventureland in Iowa. This means you get excellent ejector airtime on Defiance. It is especially epic because you are staring towards the mountains as you are ripped downwards. This is one of my favorite drops out there. Next is an element I've heard called a non-inverting dive loop, or a top hat depending who you ask. You curve upwards and to the right, then you twist 180 degrees as you plummet back down. Gerstlauers usually offer some sick laterals on their dive loops, but that was not the case here. You just got some weak floater over the top. The element was more about the views, which were once again amazing. Due to the directional changes, you get a full panoramic view through the element. I believe the pullout brings you to the ride's lowest point. Then, you charge through the first of 2 inversions, a banana roll. The 2 valleys have good positive Gs. However, there is a very noticeable rattle there that'll cause headbanging, so brace yourself. These are the roughest parts of the ride. The flip itself is light on the force, but it tracks okay at least. It is also disorienting due to the funky directional change, and because you're still recovering from a bash to the head entering it. You then twist back up the hill, bleeding off speed, and navigate the second inversion, an inline twist. The speed loss and profiling offers lovely hang time. The exit brings you into the brakes, but you need to brace yourself once again. The transition out of this flip offers another side-to-side shimmy. You then decelerate and return to the station, ending the 1,083-foot or 330-meter long coaster. That is not a lot of track length, and this ride definitely feels short, both in terms of duration and elements. It is over in a flash. There is just 18 seconds of prime ride time. To put that into perspective, that has the same duration as the former Top Thrill Dragster's Cedar Point, or King Dakkad's Six Flags Great Adventure. It also does not help that Defiance takes the layout at a brisk pace as well. I really do wish this coaster tracked more smoothly. Gerstlauers are always hit or miss in this department. Some track flawlessly, others have really bad rattles. A good chunk of Defiance is smooth, but the 2 inversions of shakes entering and exiting them. This becomes problematic due to the restraints. I can tolerate it for one ride, but this becomes a difficult coaster marathon after a few rides. What would I rate Defiance? I would give this coaster a 6 out of 10. Ultimately, this is a solid coaster. I absolutely love the cliffside location. It is a miracle Gerstlauer is even able to build this thing. And the views are world class. I also love that beyond vertical drop and the final barrel roll. Both are great elements. I just wish this coaster were longer and more importantly smoother. These 2 things definitely hold it back. I know they will never revise the layout, but I would love if they could correct the restraints. I know that is still doubtful though. This is still one of the better coasters in Colorado and a very unique coaster to experience. It just has some flaws that detract from it. Those are my thoughts on Defiance at Glenwood Caverns. What are your thoughts on this ride? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.